Knitting techniques. The center double decrease. English style. To download a guide with our 5 favorite tips to improve your knitting right now, visit newstitchaday.com/5knittips. For this tutorial, you'll need the following materials: a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Lion's Pride Woolspun, available exclusively at Michael's Craft Stores and lionbrand.com, in the color Taupe. The center double decrease is a method of shaping your work by removing 2 stitches at one time. And the way that this technique is performed creates a symmetrical decrease. So you actually are decreasing on the left and the right side of the fabric at the same time. This will also create this sort of centered, pronounced stitch that is usually used as a design element when you are making your decreases. So imagine this as sort of a faux seam on the top of a hat if you were decreasing around the top. So it's made in a really interesting way, and let me show you how we do this right now. The center double decrease will be sometimes referred to in an abbreviation in your pattern as CDD. Alright, so now I'm at the point where we're going to do our decreases, and we actually do both decreases at one time. So we're going to, for step 1, insert our working needle into the second stitch on our main needle, knitwise, and go through the first stitch. Alright, so we're going through both stitches at one time. For step 2, we are going to slip both stitches off. For step 3, we will knit the next stitch on our main needle. And for step 4, we are going to insert our working needle into those 2 stitches that were slipped and pass them over the stitch that we just knit. Okay? And so what's happened is, by positioning this second stitch here knitwise over the first stitch, we've placed that one in front. And so we get that pronounced center stitch. This is why they call it the center double decrease. So let me show you how we do this one more time. I'm just going to remove these stitches. Alright, again we're going to go into the second stitch knitwise and through the first stitch. So we're going through both stitches at one time. We're not going to knit these, we're going to slide them off onto the working needle. Then we're going to knit one, and then we will pass those 2 stitches together over the stitch that we just knit, like so. Okay, and that's how we do the center double decrease.
Hey, I'm Johnny Vasquez, founder of New Stitch A Day and your teacher for this tutorial. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn from us. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, we produce new content every single day, hence New Stitch A Day. You can click the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single stitch. And if you click one of the links to the side here, you can see the previous stitch in our series or the next stitch in our series. And if you click this link, you'll be able to see one of my favorites. And don't forget, you can also download a PDF with the written instructions for this tutorial by clicking or using the URL link that's on the screen. Again, I want to thank you so much for learning with us, and I hope that we've helped make your knitting and crochet skills a little bit better today. Yarn on!